I love the cold weather to wear some of my most dark, mysterious, and intriguing fragrances, and this video is about them. Hi everyone, I'm Jolim and welcome back to my channel, Scented Moments, where we discuss everything about perfumes. So in this video, I have here 10 dark, very intriguing fragrances to share with you in no specific order. I do have my newcomer to the collection, which I will talk about later on this video. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, it's not the point of this video to mention fragrances that are like beast mode or fragrances that fill up a room, fragrances that announce you before you arrive. That's not a point of being intriguing. Being intriguing is something that it's leaving a mysterious quality in the air. And it's what these fragrances do in the first place. Of course, these are all dark fragrances. These are quite rich fragrances, but they all leave you wonder what they have to show more. And so the first fragrance that I have here, it's such a stunning fragrance, very dark, incense, leather, perfume from the house of Papillon Artisan Perfumes. It is Anubis. I love this brand. I love Papillon. It's a niche brand, an indie brand from UK. Absolutely love their creations. Lise Moore, he is the founder and the parfumeur of all of the fragrances from Papillon. And this is still my favorite fragrance. It was love at first sniff. It was actually the first fragrance that I tried from the brand. Since then, it was the fragrance that really captivated me towards Papillon. And now I have like Bengal Rouge, I have Tobacco Rose, Dryad. But Anubis is the one that really captures me the most. Now, I also do love Salome, and I have that fragrance on its way also. But Anubis still my favorite. Anubis is this very incensey, dark, very spicy, leathery / suede, very resinous, balsamic, woodsy type of fragrance. It's not a perfume to wear every day. This fragrance actually, it's quite potent and quite rich and intense, but it's very mysterious. It's very intriguing. It's not usual. It's not a fragrance that I ever smelled before. And when I was firstly introduced to this brand, it was already like 6 years ago. From that moment, it was really the first of its kind, the first type of perfume that I tried with this character of incense, of ancient times, of dark, resinous, suede type of notes in here. And even until this day, I haven't yet tried anything that would come close to the scent profile. It is fantastic. I highly recommend you to try Anubis by Papillon Artisan Perfumes. Now, the next fragrance, it's really in its name. It's quite dark, but it's also quite animalic and ambery, from the house of Francesca Bianchi, one of her first creations, and to me, still one of her best creations so far. It is Dark Side. Dark Side is such an incredible, mesmerizing, animalic, like castoreum, amber, spices, auras. So you also have here the Francesca Bianchi DNA with the auras, with the spices, with the ambers. But it's really this castoreum civet quality that for me, it's amazing and adds so much depth to the fragrance. And it leaves you wonder what it has to offer more. And it's really a very complex fragrance in the end. While being dark, very balsamic, very incensey and resinous and spicy, but it has this furry animalic quality that it's just fantastic. This fragrance for me is the closest thing that you have in the market to Absolu pour le Soir by Francisco Rougeant. Now, this is darker though. Francisco Rougeant is this pissy, amber, animalic type of perfume, while here you have more nuances. You have more the balsamic, spicy nuances that makes this fragrance a bit darker and a bit more intriguing. But nonetheless, I mean, Absolu pour le Soir for me is a masterpiece. It is the best work of Francesco for his own brand. And here you can see the inspiration, but it's definitely, again, a bit more complex and I would say more intriguing, and that's why it's featured in this list. Wonderful fragrance. This is an extrait de parfum. This is 30 ml. It also comes in the 100 ml, but I just would advise you go with 30 ml. I mean, the fragrances from Francesca Bianchi are very rich and potent. Just a couple of sprays and it's enough. And again, the dark side, one of her best creations. Francesca Bianchi, the dark side. And the next fragrance, of course, from Beaufort. I love Beaufort, this brand also from UK. He has so many artistic, avant-garde, dark perfumes. This is one of them, although this, I would say, it's one of his most approachable fragrances, but still quite intriguing. It is the Terror and the Magnificence. This one right here. Released in 2019. This is all about birch tar. It has some cade oil in here, I would say. It's quite oily, very spicy, very incensey. It has a big dose of frankincense in here. Quite leathery, peppery. It's wonderful. It's really wonderful. It's really, I mean, you have many perfumes from this brand that are hard to pull off. I mean, they are not full on unwearable, but it's very hard in the end to wear them on a daily basis. I mean, and I have, like, for example, Coeur de Noir, which is a stunning, also dark and very intriguing fragrance. But I would say that that one is harder to pull off than Terror and the Magnificence. But they do have another one like Iron Duke, which is also like a more spicy, but also very boozy type of fragrance, also very easy to pull off. But for example, on the other spectrum of things, you have Tonnerre and Vienna Hermes that are just very, very hard to pull off. But nevertheless, it's a brand that I really, really advise for you to try them out. And they are not very expensive. I mean, considering the price market nowadays for niche perfumery, especially from the more artistic side of things. This is a 50 ml. It will run you retail 145 euros or 160 euros, if I'm not mistaken. So not that bad considering the uniqueness and also even the quality of the blend. Nothing here is screechy. Everything is very well balanced. But in Terror and the Magnificence, this is really that type of dark, very balsamic, very oily, spicy, leathery type of perfume, a bit woodsy. Stunning, stunning fragrance right here. Terror and the Magnificence by Beaufort. The next fragrance from the house of Rania J, also a stunning brand. Absolutely love her creations. I could have mentioned a couple. I mean, Ambre Loup, for example, one of my all-time favorite amber fragrances, which is this dark, very balsamic, spicy oud type of amber. But I will mention this one, which is also one of the best in this genre, in the oud genre. And this one is Oud Assam by Rania J, one of my all-time favorite oud fragrances. This is a natural smelling Indian oud, quite animalic, very spicy, quite resinous, not for the faint of heart. But the good thing of this fragrance is that it's not a fragrance that it will fill a room. Well, you can always overspray, which I really would not advise you to do. But I mean, if you overspray, you definitely will choke yourself and everyone around you. But if you go easy, I mean, 3-4 sprays max, I mean, you will be set into this beautiful, natural smelling, animalic, spicy oud that it's just to die for. It's quite dark, quite intriguing, because it's not just oud, it has more things going on with this incensey, balsamic, spicy qualities. Also turns into more of a leather fragrance in the dry down. It's a stunning, stunning oud, once again, and an intriguing one at that. Oud Assam by Rania J. Now the next fragrance from the house of Tom Ford. This for me, it's the best creation of Tom Ford in recent years. I mean, it was love at first sniff, although maybe not the most unique fragrance, and it's definitely very expensive, but still it's wonderful and it smells still like Tom Ford. I'm really fortunate and really happy to have this one released in 2024. This one is Black Lacquer, a stunning, stunning, dark, intriguing fragrance. This is not a loud perfume. as it might seem by, I mean, this very dark bottle presentation. But this is a fragrance that it's more of a, I would say, not full-on skin scent, but it leaves a nice intimate sillage. It's quite elegant, I would say. It's quite elegant, very mysterious. And black lacquer fits the name so perfectly because this has this lacquer vinyl dry smoky quality into it. It has a bit of a vetiver touch, incense, or an overall like balsamic smoky quality. Vetiver, spicy, woodsy fragrance. I mean, it's just a stunning perfume. This it's kind of similar. I mean, it has similarities with Comme des Garçons Black, which is also fantastic scent, and it's a way better bang for your buck. This is a 50 ml. I mean, it's incredibly overpriced. I know, don't recall what's the price of Tom Ford private blends, but I mean, it's way over 300 euros retail wise, whilst Comme des Garçons Black for 100 ml, it will be 90 euros, 100 euros. So I mean, it's a major price difference. But I mean, I love Tom Ford, and this one for me was love at first sniff, and I really needed to have it, simply put. But if you're not willing to spend the money on black lacquer, go with Comme des Garçons Black, and you will be set as well. It has the same scent profile, a similar scent profile. It has a still dark, intriguing, mysterious quality. I would say that here it's a bit more enhanced. It's for me, it feels darker. Comme des Garçons Black feels a bit slightly more transparent, and maybe because of that also we could argue that it's a bit more elegant and more wearable. But I would say that this one is a bit more rich and darker. Nonetheless, stunning creation here. The best, in my view, the best in recent times, although the standards also are not that high. Black Lacquer by Tom Ford. Now the next fragrance here from the house of Stephane Humbert Lucas. This one is Mortal Skin. I love this bottle. And although now they have a whole Serpent collection, this is still my favorite. And it's still the best looking bottle of now the Serpent collection of Stephane. This was released in 2015. Oh, it's just an amazing inky blackberry, cardamom, opoponax, very resinous, balsamic, spicy, leathery fragrance. You have here also saffron, very leathery, but it's the inky, this like venomous, narcotic, inky, blackberry quality that's it's fantastic, really. Incense in here as well. It's a quite unique concoction, I would say, very unique. And it's also not a fragrance that will shout. It's more of this is more of an intimate type of perfume, but it's so mysterious and it's quite dark. I mean, as you can see, I mean, everything around this bottle screams of darkness, but it's also quite intriguing, although it might feel a bit tacky, but it's not. It's not a fragrance that it's loud at all. And hence why the intriguing and mysterious part of this perfume. I absolutely love this one. I really advise you to try this one out. Mortal Skin by Stephane Humbert Lucas. Now the next fragrance is quite potent, but I absolutely love it. From the house of Amouage Silver Oud. Amouage Silver Oud, just stunning oud fragrance here. But this is not just about oud. This one has like a very smoky, fire-esque quality in here, very spicy and also quite leathery. There's like a theme here, if you already saw throughout this list. All of these fragrances are quite spicy, leathery, woodsy perfumes, very intense, and it's the case of this one. But I would say that this is the loudest of this list. And I was thinking if I should include Silver Oud or not. I mean, is it that intriguing? Because again, it's a very rich, potent fragrance, which leaves the intrigue part a bit. It makes this fragrance a bit obvious in the sense that, okay, upon smelling at first, you will know that this is a very powerful, daring, dark perfume, but it has it still has an intriguing nuance because again it's not just oud, and although this is a bit challenging and a bit animalic, but it has this still sweet resinous smoky nuances, and again the smoky part almost feels like barbecue, to be honest, but it's brilliant. It's a great mix of this very challenging barbecue-like smoke with the oud, and you have these sweet resins and spices. Really beautiful, beautiful mix here, quite unique in my view. Amouage Silver Oud, really one of the best recent fragrances from Amouage. The next fragrance, I love this one, from the house of Gucci. Could have mentioned a couple from the Gucci, this Gucci line, the Alchemist Garden line, but this one, it's definitely very intriguing, but very scary almost, and I mean the name is also quite fantastic. It's the voice of the snake, this one right here, and this is a rose oud leather saffron combo with a bit of an incense in here as well, and also a bit peppery. But overall this fragrance is very dark, quite heavy, very mysterious, and this is a fragrance that it's rich. And I would not say that it's incredibly potent, but I mean, of course, if you overspray, it will be potent. But it's a scent that is very dark, and the name is spot on. And it's this oud that gives a very leathery, dark quality. The rose, it's not a approachable rose. It's not, although it gives balance to the fragrance, but it's not like a jammy rose. It goes more on a fresh side of a red rose, but it's not approachable. This fragrance overall is not very approachable, hence why I feel that this is quite intriguing. It's a fragrance that it's a statement-making perfume. It's not for the faint of heart. Wow, but it's beautiful. It's really breathtakingly amazing, but again, not for the faint of heart. It's a perfume that you need to be in a specific mood to wear it. You don't want to be approached by people, basically. You just want to be on your own and still standing out, but being left on your own. That's the voice of the snake. It's fantastic, really. It's a beautiful perfume, one of the best from this line. It's not even close. Voice of the Snake by Gucci from the Alchemist Garden line. Now the next fragrance is probably the least, let's say, dark fragrance of this list, while still being dark, but it's very intriguing and it's so elegant and it smells like ancient times. And this one is from the house of Filippo Sorcinelli from the Unum line, and it is Quando rapita in estasi. This one right here. I love the bottle, love like the cloaking here. Really love everything about this perfume. And the scent, it's a very strong incense, really one of the finest incense fragrances that I ever smelled. And definitely one of the most complex incense fragrances that I smelled, because this has a vintage Chypre quality into it. So you have your peach, you have a bit of plum, you have, of course, tons of incense in here, lots of cloves, and maybe this can be a bit challenging for some people. And you have ambers in here, like big dose of labdanum in here. But it's also quite, it has a green aspect, like a mossy green aspect in here. And a bit of, I would even dare to say it has a bit of a galbanum in here as well. But ultimately, this is really a perfume from, this is an ode to vintage perfumery, to Chypre perfumes with, again, one of the best incense notes that I ever smelled. And this is so grand. It's that type of fragrance that you wear to go to the opera, really. It's wonderful. Actually, my fiance said that this really smells like church, being in a church. I do get it. I mean, the incense really is that sort of churchy incense quality, but everything else is so elegant and so glamorous, really. So it's intriguing in that regard, and that's why I don't see this fragrance as dark as the others. While it's very complex and it has resins and frankincense, but it's more, it has this vintage cheap quality that I mentioned. Nonetheless, stunning creation. I mean, seriously, one of the best from Filippo Sorcinelli, hands down. Quando, rapita, and estasi. And last but certainly not least, this is the newcomer to my collection. It's a fragrance that actually I've been saying that it's on its way, and it's finally here, from the house of Strangelove, New York. This one is Fallintostars. This one right here, Fallintostars. Eau de Parfum concentration. This is a 50 ml. This is my second bottle of Strangelove. As you know, I've been hyping Melt My Heart. I mean, not hyping, but I'm just really head over heels with that fragrance. Really, one of the best discoveries of this year for me, hands down. And Fallintostars is a second close one. Now, Fallintostars is very different from Melt My Heart. So this is the box. The box also is quite different. This is more of a dark blue color. Fallintostars. And here you have the bottle. 50 ml. Also, just like I have with Melt My Heart. This is so good. This is so good. So this is the bottle. You can see more clear. It's very similar. I mean, it's the same as Melt My Heart and all the others from this brand. But again, scent-wise, very different. Also created by Christophe Laudemiel. I think this was his last creation for the brand. This was released, I believe, in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. And Fallintostars is this incredible, natural smelling, bit more pungent, animalic oud with the most beautiful, sticky, dreamy amber. Quite spicy, balsamic, but it's the oud that makes this fragrance quite dark and quite intriguing. But overall, this perfume, it's such an adventure to smell, such an experience to smell. Now, I do have other amber oud perfumes. None of them comes close to Fallintostars, although all of them amazing. I mean, I have Ambre and Oud, or Oud and Ambre by Cartier, which is brilliant, but that one is not as dark as Fallintostars. That one is definitely more dreamy, more cozy, although beautiful nonetheless. And the oud there, it's a natural smelling oud, but again, not as intense the oud as in Fallintostars. Then I have Ambre Loup by Rania J, which is brilliant. Oira by Stephane Humbert Lucas, but all of those are more focused on the amber, and the amber accord in those fragrances is fantastic, some of the best in their genre. Here, the oud is more amped up, is pretty much oud and amber, although I would say that oud, again, way more amped up, and it's glorious. It's a glorious oud perfume, I would say. While all the others, I would say they are ambers with oud, this is oud with amber. And it's elegant. I would say it has an elegance into it, but it's very dreamy, it's dark, and because of all of that, it's quite intriguing. It is not a scent profile that I've smelled before in terms of the quality and the outcome, the overall outcome. It's stunning. I mean, it's really beautiful, beautiful creation. Of course, this is more potent and I would say definitely more daring than Melt My Heart. But if you can, I would advise for you to try this one. And the performance is fantastic. Super expensive, I know. So it's 50 ml, it's again 500 or 600 euros, 100 ml, 800. But you can still find nice deals out there. in a succession of Parfumo or Facebook groups, you can find nice deals around Strangelove. So yes, I really advise you to try this one. It's a masterpiece of a fragrance. There, I said it. Highly advise again for you to try this one. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what other dark, intriguing fragrances would you recommend. If you find value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe, check out all the other fragrance content that I have available, and I see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Ciao.